PipeLineAgSafety.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have clouds and sunshine today with a high of 76 to 78, then mainly clear skies this evening, low tonight 52 to 60. Pleasant day Saturday with clouds, sunshine, and a high of 78 to 82, then mostly cloudy Sunday, a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, and a high of 69 to 72. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
New arrivals and new savings are waiting for you at Blockers Furniture. With over 80,000 square feet of the best selection and best prices you can find on furniture, mattresses, home accents, accessories, and more. And with new trucks arriving weekly, Blockers has the best available in-stock selection. Unlike many other furniture companies that will have you waiting for months to get what you want or need, come see everything that Blockers has to offer. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, next to Hobby Lobby.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Ocala Talks, brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture here on WOCA, The Source. A lot to do today on the show. Still got Susan Schmitz making her weekly stop by. We're going to talk to you about a new clothing line that is near and dear to both of us. We'll also talk about things happening in Ocala this weekend. Events that you could go take part in and around Ocala this weekend. Plus, at 10 o'clock, it's Dumb Crook News. And then at 10:30, it's What's the Line with Kevin Stone. There was a murder suspect from Texas here last month. This story just broke because the sheriff's office confirmed it when they put out the final report of this. It's kind of a strange case, folks. On January 1, deputies went to the Holiday Travel Park on West Silver Springs Boulevard. They were there to get somebody on a pending arrest warrant. Deputies arrived. They spoke with a woman. She said her boyfriend, Trent Von Pascal, was wanted for murder, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The woman said she immediately contacted law enforcement officers as soon as she discovered that he was wanted for all of those things. Several deputies went to a van looking for Pascal. Surrounding the vehicle, deputies gave commands over the audio system that Pascal was under arrest. While waiting for a response, they heard a muffled pop. Sounded like something had fallen in the van, according to the deputies. Still not hearing or seeing any movement from the van, they approached the vehicle. They opened the back door. They didn't see anybody. They opened another door and saw a nude body lying on the floor. A handgun was inside the vehicle. The deceased had a gunshot wound to the head. The medical examiner's office later confirmed it was suicide. So the accused killer, Trent Von Pascal, committed suicide in that van in the parking lot here in Marion County of the Holiday Travel Park. But he was on the run from Texas. But congratulations to a couple of things. One, for this woman, once she found the information out, giving him up. And two, for the professional way that the Marion County Sheriff's Office handled this situation with no other loss of life except for the alleged criminal. You know, these are the kind of stories you don't hear a lot about that happen every day with our men and women that are in law enforcement. And it just shows you, even when you hear stories about shootings in all our town, just in reality, we're pretty safe. The chief of police was in here on Monday talking about the rash of shootings that have happened in Ocala lately, but it's revenge shootings and gang shootings, and it's happening in kind of the same areas. So for the most part, the city at large and the county at large is very safe. And here was a situation where they had a suspected murderer who realized the jig was up, so he killed himself instead of face whatever it was he was going to have to face in Texas for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and murder were the warrants that were out for his arrest. So congratulations, kudos to the men and women of the Sheriff's Department for a successful, you never like to see anybody die, but this was a successful conclusion where none of the general public was injured by this guy, and he subsequently took his own life. So kudos to the men and women. It happened back in January. It's hard to believe that you could go to jail for this, and it's my history moment for the day. Emma Goldman. You might not know who Emma Goldman is, but she was a nurse, very accomplished nurse. She worked as a nurse. She was a midwife who worked in and out of the poor slums of New York City in the 19-teens and the 1920s. She was a crusader for women's rights, social justice. She was arrested on this day because she was accused of violating the Comstock Act of 1873. The Comstock Act, among other things, made federal offense to disseminate contraceptive devices and information through the mail or across state lines. That's right. Emma Goldman was arrested on February 11th, 1916 for advocating birth control. She was considered an anarchist political advocate and writer. She played a pivotal role in the development of the anarchist political philosophy in North America and Europe in the first half of the 20th century. She was born in Kaunas, a Russian empire, to a Jewish family. She immigrated in 1895. She was deported in 1919 as a result of this jailing and her political stance. She was described by J. Edgar Hoover as one of the most dangerous people in America. She said, well, if he thinks I'm dangerous, I consider it an honor that J. Edgar Hoover thinks that I'm a political agitator and a danger to the community. And she was deported from the United States. But she was deported on her deportation paperwork. It said she was deported because she was illegally giving to women and talking about contraceptive devices. Think about that. In a country where contraception and all now is readily available, as far as not as long back as 105 years ago, people were arrested and deported for not only giving out contraceptive devices or contraception, but even talking about the information of it. Are we going to look 100 years from now and think about the same thing about how people in this pandemic and their views on this pandemic as they were, the government's views on this pandemic? Are we going to say, yeah, you got it all wrong? Because, look, they got it all wrong deporting Emma Goldman for talking about contraception and distributing materials about birth control. Birth control is a much better solution than abortion. Although some people use abortion as birth control, which I'm completely against. But here was a woman that was deported because she was spreading information about birth control. Here's how not to get pregnant. No, we're going to lock you up and deport you. J. Edgar Hoover called her one of the most dangerous people in America. How far have we evolved? We'll take a break, come back, more on the other side of this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Around here, mention the word trees, and everyone thinks of Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, and that's because Bob Wines has always and still is offering a half-price deal on trees. Pick a tree from hundreds. Large trees, 4 to 6 feet, start at just $39.99, and your second tree is half price. You can go all the way up to the gigantic jumbo trees and get the same deal delivered, planted, and guaranteed for one low price. And check out the huge new shipment of citrus trees. Your favorite Myers Lemon, Persian Lime, Citrus Medley, many more. Prices start at just $49.99. How about a Bob Wine's Heirloom Camellia? They started at super low, $19.99. The selection is endless and larger sizes are available. For a colorful look-see of all this week's savings, go to BobWinesCameliaGardens.net or check the ad in the paper. Bob Wine's fabulous 5-acre garden on Southeast 38th Street in Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, and the same place for 70 years.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you're interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Municipal Golf Course, 3130 East Silver Springs Boulevard, any Wednesday at 6:30 a.m., and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683.